winner of 2 Best Director awards, Dustin Ferguson has edited and directed movies in the Sleepaway Camp series, the Nemesis franchise, 2 Camp Blood sequels, and dozens more, including nearly 100 music videos to date. He's made movies in 2 days and over 2 years. High budgets, low budgets, and yes, even no budget. Self-taught and now making his mark in Hollywood, he's going to pass on all his no-budget film secrets to you. This is No Budget Film School.
Hey students, I'm your instructor Dustin Ferguson, and this is what we're going to cover in this exciting and fast-paced course.
Semester 1, Basics. Brainstorming and thinking within your means. Outline. Your script. Budget, fundraising, and working and executing within your means. The camera situation and learning how to use it. Semester 2, Advanced. Lights, sound, locations, your cast and crew, as well as the special effects, which will be mostly focused on horror and sci-fi films. Semester 3, Filmmaking. Promoting, artwork, and the IMDb listings. Film scheduling and shoot schedule. Preparation and paperwork. Shooting. Editing a rough cut. Semester 4, Mission Accomplished. Your ADR and reshoots, including B-roll and stock footage. The polished cut and touch-ups. Festivals and online releases. Distribution. And the wrap-up with your reflection and sharing the experiences.
Each class is going to be roughly 5 to 10 minutes in length. You can stop and rewatch the video at any time. Some of the stuff we discuss in this course isn't exactly the film school way of doing things, but I do guarantee that you'll have your own completed feature film in 5 months or less. So enough talk, let's go ahead and dive right in.
Today we're going to learn how to brainstorm ideas for your exciting first movie. When brainstorming ideas, it's easy to get carried away with what you think might be really awesome or something you've always wanted to include. But it's important to remember to remain realistic throughout this entire process, and what that means in this instance is thinking within your means.
Sure, we all want to make the next blockbuster hit, but that's really something that you work towards. Your first film is likely to be full of imperfections and really should serve as a learning experience. If you want to be the next big thing in Hollywood, but you're starting at the bottom like I did, then follow these steps to ensure you actually complete your feature film and you're steadily on your way.
So with that said, what do you have available to you? What is your living situation like? Do you have a place you live that you could film in? What about a friend or family member? Maybe you have a day job and your boss is cool and will let you film something there? Think about all your options and write them down first. Write them out in the order of most likely to be accessible rather than location you desire the most, as usually the one you desire the most is hardest to get, thus only slowing you down. When you have a top 2 or 3 locations that you are most certain you can film in, start thinking of what that location provides. Is it near water or the desert? Do you work in a shopping mall or a fast food place? Or maybe an office building? How's the weather there? What season will it be?
Once you get a sense of what you actually have to work with, ideas should begin to naturally flow, which brings us to the next point.
Is this a comedy, a drama, action, sci-fi, or horror film? Will the locations available fit the type of movie that you want to make? It can be difficult to film an action movie in an office room, and it could be equally just as difficult to film a sci-fi flick in a fast food place. Once you start to consider these things, you should be able to nail down 1 or 2 locations that will work best for what you want to do.
Now that we're here, the fun begins. Overall, are you looking to make your audience laugh, or cry, or maybe be frightened? Let whatever you decide guide the scenarios that you want to have within your film. Start writing down ideas that could possibly take place in the location that you have available.
If it's a comedy, what types of jokes or gags will you feature? If it's a horror film, what type of suspense or gore? Try to come up with at least 10 points you want to cover in your upcoming outline. One point could be that you want to have a killer in a mask, or maybe lots of blonde jokes, or perhaps you want to make it black and white. Again, keep in mind what you actually have to work with. Do you have a way to film what you need that doesn't require much money? If you start listing more what you want to include versus what you are actually capable of including, you are already heading in the wrong direction. Pretend you have no money and can only film using items and locations you already have access to.
Once you have your 10 points written out on what you want to include in your movie, making the outline in our next video will be a breeze. It's okay if you have 2 or 3 ideas that are more hopeful wishes, as long as you're staying realistic. Doing a little hard work to get what you want is okay, but you also don't want to waste any time on the impossible either.
If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will be updating with a new video every week, so be sure you subscribed to keep up with the rest of your class. Remember, we're all on this journey together. Also, be sure to check out our Patreon at the link in the description. I aim to keep this a free course, but your kind monthly donations will allow for more informative and frequent video classes.
Thanks, students. See you next week when we create our outline.